back to In Out Delete, the show review of both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Robert.
This is Ricardo.
America.
And Gio.
And we're doing this show again during quarantine time at our homes. How is everybody doing? What did you guys watch recently?
I've been watching, you know how I've been watching Breaking Bad in the past?
Oh, yeah.
So we just,
Update.
dude, I just finished season 4. I don't want to go like super, I don't want to binge this shit, you know, I want to save it. These last 4 episodes are probably one of the greatest episodes I ever seen in any show. I was so blown away that they should have ended the show like that. So I don't even know what's gonna happen in the last season, you know. And Walter White, like right there when I saw these episodes, like he's like I think he's like one of the greatest bad guys or the evil geniuses I have ever seen too. In shows, like I was fucking mind blown when I was watching him.
I think in if you were to be ranking evil geniuses, it'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze and then Walter White. Like that's it. That's the list.
Brain is right there.
Yeah. This week's theme, I feel like I've been going like on weekly themes. I don't know what the fuck last week was, but this week was I went on a B movie binge. Like I just watched nothing but crappy B movies. Just really quick, like Independence Day, Resident Evil, Gremlins 2, John Carpenter's Vampires.
Oh my god.
What else? Lake Placid. Do you remember that with the alligator?
Yeah.
Fuck. What else? Phantoms. Remember?
Phantom?
That one. Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms. Yeah.
So Robert, what did we watch this week?
All right, so this week our new movie came from Netflix. It's a Netflix original movie, which usually is a bad sign. It's the Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, starring Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams, directed by David Dobkin and written by Will Ferrell and somebody else. It's about Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. They're like this musical group, and they want to enter this Eurovision Song Contest. I guess it's like a real contest that's held every year. It's like super big in Europe, I guess. I don't know anything about it. ABBA came out of there. I didn't know that. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like American Idol on steroids.
Yeah.
America, what do you think about this movie?
I'm in. It made me laugh enough. It is kind of long. I would like drop off at certain points, but this is kind of the movie that you watch, you know, while you're doing something else.
I kind of agree. It's entertaining, but it's I don't know. I don't think it's one that like you'll watch again afterwards. So I think for that, I think I'm gonna be an out on it. Yeah, it's like give it a once and that's it kind of thing.
Wax on, wax off.
Pretty much.
Ricardo, what about you, bro?
Same thing. Well, it's like a Will Ferrell movie that like I'm not really into. The songs were really catchy though, and it was kind of funny, you know, like, but everything makes me laugh. So I'm gonna say I'm an out because I wouldn't watch it again.
Or 2 outs, 1 in. All right, what about you, Robert?
I'll just go out and say it. I'm gonna have to go out on this. Overall, I think my experience was positive watching on it, but I think we'll get into it, but like the negatives slightly outweigh, and maybe I'm being a little harsh on it, but out for now.
Okay, well, that I agree with you guys. Like, I feel like this is the midpoint of the downfall of Will Ferrell movies. Like, his movies haven't been funny or creative as I thought they would be. Like, I thought this one was one, but I'm definitely an out. I really try to like this movie, especially when like the jokes kind of came in, but then there's just some moments I was like, I don't care, I don't like this. I agree with America. I wouldn't mind playing it in the background, not even looking at it, just listening to it. I like Rachel McAdams. I like her acting since Mean Girls and like The Notebook, of course, and like, you know, and even I try to like her in True Detective, but this is like I feel like she has nowhere to go, and she's just doing it because she needs the money at this point. Like, she wasn't bad, but I feel like she was better as an actor in this movie than everyone else was, and I feel bad that this was not a good movie for her. That's why.
Okay, all right, yeah, because I was gonna say out of everything, she was the bright point of this movie. Like,
I
she,
think so too.
yeah, she kind of carried the movie. Like, you can see her that she's actually like acting, trying. Will Ferrell, like, I think I agree with Gino a bit. Like, it almost seems like he's starting to phone it in. It's just like he's kind of doing the same thing. You know, it's not like in Ron Burgundy. You know, in Anchorman with Ron Burgundy, it was kind of something different. This is just like, I don't know. I think it's starting to just. I think I agree with you, Gino. He's kind of becoming a little bit stale.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with what you guys are saying, because like it's the standard Will Ferrell movie, like Talladega Nights. Like it's very reminiscent of like Blades of Glory, which is fine. You know, I like those movies, and I gotta say, like overall, like I think I would be able to recommend this movie. You know, it's like Saturday night during the pandemic. You know, fucking throw it on. What else? What else are you gonna fucking do?
Like,
You know,
especially if you have Netflix,
and it's
you're not
fine.
gonna lose anything.
Yeah, and it's like the movie is very charming. You know, and it's like. And the musical numbers are pretty good, and all the music scenes are really nice, but it's like you don't care about the story because like it doesn't matter, right? Like because it's all one big joke. So like when it starts to get serious, like it doesn't matter. You don't care about the characters or anything. You're just there for the jokes, which are not like that. There's very few and far in between like laughs in the movie. So and fucking length. When I saw 2 in the fucking lane. I was like, come on, man. I was like, and that honestly, that's the main reason why I'm out.
I thought the end of the movie was a semifinal part. I really thought that was the end of the movie because
it could have been, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It kind of went through a lot already up to that point, and then all of a sudden, like, no, we got the finals, and I'm like, oh fuck! And I look at it, it's like 40 minutes long. I'm like, god damn it! I thought it was done.
Hey, and there, you know how there's a bad guy in this, but like there wasn't, but like there was. So that didn't help.
I actually like the Russian guy. Like I like that little twist, you know, like you thought it was gonna be the typical guys trying to steal the girl, but he ended up being very funny. And his performance, he's like one of the bright spots in the movie, aside from Rachel McAdams, which like he's the only working actor in the movie, you know. The Russian guy was pretty cool.
A good 10 minutes you can cut is that the party scene where they all start singing, have that little.
Oh, but I like that.
I kind of did too. I thought that was the most entertaining.
Yeah,
scene, you know I mean?
Yeah, because that was like
pretty creative.
Yeah, because I think they were all actual Eurovision singers, so like it kind of showcased like the actual competition. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was
over my
cool.
head. Get rid of it.
See, stuff like that is good. You know, it's when the movie's trying to be a movie where it's like I don't want to watch this shit. You know,
interested in the elves, okay? Like I like how
that was funny. Yeah,
Rachel McAdams is and like taking stuff to the little elves and like whatever.
The songs are pretty catchy though. I really
yeah. I was in though, like right from the beginning when ABBA comes out, when he's watching ABBA.
Oh yeah.
I love ABBA. I was like, yeah.
I thought ABBA was gonna come out in this movie because like,
that would have been fucking
awesome.
awesome.
The key opening of the movie, and I was like, oh, ABBA's gonna pop out and sing these Mamma Mia. No.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch Mamma Mia. You're watching that, you know, this type of movie, like silly, dumb musical, but at least one that just like admits what it is, you know, just goes for it.
So they're not brother and sister, right?
No.
Oh yeah, that joke.
But they kind of become.
They do become, but
yeah,
like they weren't brother and sister in the whole thing.
Well, maybe they were because they're like, oh, half the children of this town belong to that guy. So I mean, they could be.
I thought they were like going towards a reveal there or something.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. This movie's like vanilla ice cream. It's fine.
It's kind of okay. Yeah.
It was 4 outs, 1 in.
Yeah.
What was the next movie you watched?
Oh, our old movie this week comes from Instagram from K. Usman. The movie is Swingers from 1996, starring Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. Written by Jon Favreau and directed by Doug Liman. Yeah, I think you guys know what it's about. You guys seen it before. What do you guys think of Swingers?
I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and I remember the last time I saw it actually. But it's one of those movies that you know how like you're a kid and you're just like, oh, Kevin Smith and this guy, you know, the cheap movies and how they're made and stuff. So
it was the Miramax guys from back in the day.
Yeah. So like I always liked it, so I still like it. I'm still in.
Yeah, I'm in. This movie is actually very influential for me. Like you said, Ricardo, it's like I saw it very young, and I think it's the first time I started noticing like references to other movies because they talk about other movies in the movie, right? And they start talking about Martin Scorsese. And I had watched Goodfellas, I think, around this time. So I started noticing those things like about filmmakers and filmmaking. So it holds a very special place in my heart. But watching it this time, God, it's so fucking funny, man. Like I didn't realize how funny it is. And it, you know, the character Jon Favreau plays, he could come off like as a whiny fuck, you know, you could just not care about him. But he plays him so well that you end up liking him and you end up liking each of the characters. Even Vince Vaughn's kind of like a jerk, but you still like him. So yeah, I'm in on this.
How about you, America? What do you think about this movie?
I'm in.
Oh,
I think all the characters are like really cool. They have like a good they have good chemistry.
I've never seen this movie before.
Oh, really?
What?
I am gonna throw it out there. This is my first time watching. I thought he directed it. I remember in film school, I saw nothing but swinger posters, and I thought he directed it and wrote it. And I knew he wrote it, but I thought he directed it as well. That being said, after seeing it the first time, I am in. I don't know why I did that pose. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I was like,
I don't think I'd ever seen it all the way through. Like, I think I've always caught it like, you know, had already started, you know, in the past. But yeah, I'm in on this movie. It's entertaining. It's funny.
Hey, did it trip you out that they look really young in this one?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
America didn't even know who that was.
I didn't reckon he was like, oh, the guy who did Lion King, and I was like, I don't know who the hell did Lion King. Yeah, and then I remembered the Abomination that came out last year.
It's written by Jon Favreau, and I think it's like it's about him basically. His experience when he first moved here, like he had just broken up with his long-term girlfriend. The apartment that he's in the movie was actually his apartment. Those other actors, Vince Vaughn and Ron Livingston, like those are his real friends.
No wonder they had like such good chemistry.
Yeah, and even like Vince Vaughn's character, like he's kind of like a jerk, you know, but like he's so supportive of his buddy, you know, like all he cares about is his happiness. And I love the scene where he's playing blackjack for the first time. You know, he's totally doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the first time I ever played blackjack. Like I had no idea what I was doing. I went to a casino and I was watching the table for like an hour, like picking up the rules.
Like getting
like, all right. Yeah, and I had $100. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play with this. So that's like it was like $20 a game, so it's like 5 games or whatever. Like, let's see how long I'm gonna try to be in here for a while, you know. I finally jump in, and it was like that scene in Bugs Bunny where he pitches that slow ball. It was just like 1, 2, 3, you're out, and I lost like five games in a row, and that was it for me. I never gambled again. I even doubled down. And I still fucking lost.
On 11? Did you double down on 11?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is what they did in the movie.
Double down. What? Got an 11. You always double down on 11. I know, but it's $200. Like, it's blood money. Like, you gotta double down. I can't double down. I can't. You make sure to stay. Double down. $21.
The movie's called Swingers, right? The huge swing revival of the late or the mid to late 90s. Like I love that type of music, like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Like I love like the Squirrel Nut Zippers, like all the music of that time.
The music, so great.
Like, yeah, and even the one black guy of the crew, he's the singer from Hepcat. You guys didn't know?
Is he?
Yeah.
Like I've always known him as just
Boy Meets World.
No, like I know he was on that show Becker. Like,
and then also because you know how he wrote it, right? The movie. And it's based on his life. You could tell how much he likes movies too, and like how he's like barely starting, and like they have that conversation where they're making fun of like the movies, talking.
Yeah, the Reservoir Dogs. Conversation, and the shot is like Reservoir Dogs. Yeah.
But the Reservoir Dogs scene, they drag it not all the way until they go inside the car. That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, you guys are missing another reference. Like Jaws was another thing. They like a somewhat similar song. But like that's when like you know
and the camera angles.
Yeah, and like Vince Vaughn that's him being like a shark trying to get his prey, and like and he executes it when he gets the number. And he's like, yeah,
he's a fucking badass, right?
Actually,
guys like that.
Fun little trivia. That actually is the music from Jaws, and they actually had to show the movie to Spielberg to get permission to use it.
Oh, really?
And because he saw the movie and he saw Vince Vaughn, is why he comes out in The Lost World.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's really good though. That's really cool. You had to show it to
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg, like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
cool.
To license the song, he's like, he had to give permission.
I actually want to know more. Like you know, I
Well,
know this much, but I don't know like the whole.
I mean,
story.
the director went on. He's a big time director now. He made The Born Identity.
Oh, the
No.
movies, right?
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of success that came out of this.
Well, both Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau were in Rudy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right.
It's funny.
Though Jon Favreau was a lot chunkier in Rudy than he was in this movie.
He got like chunkier. He just kept getting chunkier now.
I mean, but of course he's obviously like a big time director now, and you know Vince Vaughn. I don't know what he's doing. Is he working at Denny's now or what?
I don't know. Let's see. What was the last thing he did?
Isn't it that wrestling movie?
Shut the fuck up, dude. We all barely have jobs, and you're like, what is he doing?
Hey, I want to punch up, okay?
And then it's funny. The dialogue is funny, right? So his character always says "baby."
Oh, I love that. I
Like
love
the-
how they talk.
Yeah, and the money thing.
Back
You
in
know, let's
early-
bring it back, huh?
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
a
I'm
baby
down.
now.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Ricardo,
everyone's money.
your hair is money, Ricardo.
Alright. Thanks, baby. Oh, you know what scene was really funny? The when they see the gangster
I
guys.
love that scene.
He's like, dude, you seen Poison the Hood?
One of us gonna die now. I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
I love the
oh,
line.
oh, shit.
I love the line where he's like, "Hey man, you don't know how it is. You didn't grow up here." It's like I'm from here. It's like, bro, you're from Anaheim.
Anaheim.
That shit is hilarious.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's a lot of like New York movies. Like, New York gets all the fucking movies, right?
Yeah.
This is like a great LA movie. You know, it's like a love letter to LA.
Damn, I
You know, they drive everywhere. You know, stuff.
and a guy from New York made it. That's funny.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
It's funny too how they always mention their parents. They're like, "Oh, how did your parents take it?" I guess because everybody's parents are paying for it or something like that. Remember, like he.
You know, I think it's more to show like everybody thinks like, oh, you're going to LA, you're gonna be a big star, right?
And then
And the
you,
reality is that you're probably not, right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
you,
So, like-
you have to fail sometimes. I guess.
Yeah, you don't want to tell your family like the reality of how it's really going.
You don't want to tell your family that you're working for Don Cheto or what?
Yeah, yeah, basically.
I told her right away. I was like, "Oh shit!" Look,
I did too. Fuck, I did too.
Also, trivia: one of the guys on this podcast has doubled for Don Cheto, and it wasn't me.
Oh shit!
That was my big Hollywood break, man. I was ready. They're like, we need a fat guy to need to fill in this big ass, bright orange suit, shirt, a button up, and baggy pants. Like, I'm your guy.
Show the clip. Hey, how old was what's his name?
Favreau?
Yeah, how old was
The
he when he wrote this? The chef, yes.
I mean,
I
their
think
their
he's-
characters are like 24, 25.
Damn,
So
so
he's
crazy.
probably closer to 30, maybe.
Right.
That's fucking depressing now.
Oh,
You know, because you
yeah.
watch
Yes,
it,
yeah.
they're like, oh man, I'm 24. Like, fuck, man, I passed that shit a long time ago.
Stop with your depressing shit, Jesus Christ.
I'm Jon Favreau, basically. I'm the Jon Favreau of this group.
Mhm.
Hey, another thing too. This movie wasn't that expensive. It was pretty expensive, like for normal people. But it was like
Mhm.
what? It wasn't like $1 million, right? It was like what, like 200,000?
No, it was like extremely low budget, and like they shot it like very guerrilla style too. Like a lot of times they didn't have permits to
Oh,
shoot.
shit.
Yeah, I
Like they
think all the
shot in
basic
actual
stuff-
they shot in actual restaurants, like while they were open.
Mhm.
Because I was gonna ask about the Vegas scene. Like that probably cost a lot of money, right? Like
I would imagine that's where like
the money went, right?
85% of the budget
Yeah,
went.
because
Yeah.
even if it was short, fucking Vegas is like all over the place. So
Yeah.
Yeah, according to IMDb, the whole scene of them on the side of the road in Vegas was all shot with a cop talking to, I guess, one of the assistant directors or whatever,
whoa.
because he was asking for a permit.
Oh
Jesus.
shit! So they were
Yeah.
like probably quick. Things.
So they were, yeah. So they apparently like they just left the camera rolling and they had the thing while like the AD was killing time with the cop.
Gio, do you want to read the rest of the trivia section, or should we call it a night?
I think we can call it a night.
All right.
Weebs, all
There's a
fives in on
trivia
the past
section.
6 years. Tune in next week while we are gonna watch a new movie, semi-new movie, somewhat. It's Artemis Fowl, Disney Plus, premiered.
Yep.
Supposed to be in theaters, but of course, pandemic. And
Or it just
with the
sucked.
Oh. that's that maybe
Pandemic.
pandemic. And also a recommendation from a fan of ours, Wonder_323, to make sure. He recommended Keeping the Faith with Ben Stiller. Please don't forget to follow us at In-Out-Delete Reviews, one word, on Instagram and at Twitter at In-Out-Delete. Well, tune in next time. Be safe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.